for the 2026 TCCAA Region 7 softball tournament. We've got some of the top teams in the conference here. We started with 11. We are down to 8 on our march to crown a champion. Programming note here, this first game will feature Cleveland State and Roane State. At 12:30, we will have the Salukis of Southwest Tennessee and Jackson State, the Green Jays, at 12:30. 3:30 this afternoon, we'll have the Pioneers from Volunteer State and the Eagles of Dyersburg State at 3:30. And then 5:30, final game of today, the Tigers of Chattanooga State and Walter State will do battle.
Mic check.
Hey, Mike, when they break this, I'm going to start the line. I'll start the lineup. Who does the national anthem play? Yeah, give me 1 second here. And again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eddie Campbell Field on the campus of Columbia State Community College, for the 2026 TCCAA Region 7 softball tournament. We're glad to have you here with us today as we have some of the top teams in the conference to compete for a championship opportunity. And let's meet the starting lineups for today. First, for the visiting Cleveland State Cougars, coached by Haley Carroll. They're going to go their lineup leading off at shortstop, number 9, Heidi Johnson. Batting second and in the circle, number 10, Giselle Tankersley. Batting third, the second baseman, number 16, Miley Howard. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 2, Jayla Young. Batting fifth and catching, number 11, Ella Blansett. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 88, Savannah Bennett. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 12, Sloan Watson. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 55, Destiny Jensen.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 22, Milan Pemberton. Your flexed position in right field, number 4, Layla Perry. And now the starting lineup for the Raiders out of Roane State, head coached by Marty McDaniel. They will take the field as we announce them here. Leading off for the Raiders, the center fielder, number 1, Kyla Swafford. Batting second, the catcher, number 27, Emily Hawks. Batting third, the designated player, number 18, Zoe Cranford. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 35, Paisley Campbell. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 10, Kalia Lewis. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 2, Delaney Schrader. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 12, Aaliyah Hensley. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 20, Lizzie Lowe. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 8, Mara Yo. The flex position for the Raiders in the circle, number 7, Emma McTavish. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise, kindly remove your hats as we pay homage to America with the playing of our national anthem.
The following is a presentation of the Game Time Sports Network.
From Eddie Campbell Field on the campus of Columbia State Community College in Columbia, Tennessee, it's the 2026 TCCAA Region 7 Softball Tournament. And now, from Eddie Campbell Field in Columbia, Tennessee, it's game time. Yes, indeed, folks. It is game time. Jay Harper back with you on the Game Time Sports Network, assisted by producer Eric Rausch as we get ready to get underway with our first game of the day. This is day 3 of the TCCAA Softball Tournament at Eddie Campbell Field on the campus of Columbia State. It's Roane State serving as the home team in this particular game up against Cleveland State. This considered the elimination bracket here, or the elimination portion of the tournament. Both of these teams have lost a game, and now they are pitted against one another. Emma McTavish, the TCCAA Pitcher of the Year, once again in the circle for head coach Marty McDaniel, and the Roane State Lady Raiders, who come in 26-17 overall and a 20-8 record in the conference. Heidi Johnson leading things off for the Lady Cougars. They led by Haley Carroll. A 7-21 conference record, 11-35 overall. Heidi Johnson, the shortstop. She'll be followed by today's pitcher for the Lady Cougars, Giselle Tankersley, and then it's the second baseman, Miley Howard. A 1-2 count, and the off-speed pitch missing outside. 4 games on the card today, and we will, of course, get you all of the matchups. We'll be filling you in throughout the day. The pitch missing just a bit low. Heidi Johnson, I walked by her this morning and called her Home Run Heidi, and she flashed a big smile. She hit a big home run yesterday. A full count now, and down on strikes. It's the first out of the inning, as Heidi Johnson is retired via the strikeout. Now it's Giselle Tankersley. Boy, she had a big game the other day in that run rule game, the play-in game back on Friday against Motlow State. A big swing and a miss for strike one. Giselle hitting 2 home runs in that game, almost hit a third. It was about 2 feet from going out of here for a third home run, and also was just fantastic in the circle, not allowing a run. An 0-2 hole now. A beautiful day here in Columbia. 57 degrees, nice and cool. Sunny conditions in the forecast. The high temperature should be about 70, and we should hit that around 4 o'clock this afternoon. With 1 out, the 0-2 pitch coming now from Emma McTavish. The fastball missing up and away. The 1-2 pitch coming now to the Lady Cougar pitcher, and she took a little something off of that. 2 consecutive strikeouts for 2 outs.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16.
Miley Howard will now step in, the second baseman. Miley from Rossville, Georgia. She's a freshman. Miley, her current average at .268. 21 RBI on the year. Swing and a miss. McTavish firing him in there. Emma McTavish, 16-5 on the year. She's got 5 shutouts this season and 14 complete games. And she throws another strike. McTavish, a 2.32 earned run average, 126 2/3 innings of work. She has definitely been the workhorse for head coach Marty McDaniel. The 0-2 coming. Leaning across the plate to stay alive. The count staying at 0-2, of course. Should Miley get aboard, it'll be the third baseman, Jayla Young. The 0-2 pitch on its way. High and inside to go 1-2. The chanting and cheering happening in the Cleveland State dugout. Rooting on their second baseman, Miley Howard. And she stays alive, sends a rocket foul ball over to the Cleveland State dugout as everybody scatters. McTavish with a look into the Roane State dugout. And the windup, the delivery, swung on, hit over to the shortstop Hensley, and Aaliyah fires it to Lucas for the third out. So a ground out to the shortstop will wind up the inning as we move along now to the bottom of the first on the Game Time Sports Network.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
At Walters State, our story is focused on student success. We're dedicated to creating an environment where our students can thrive, both in and outside of the classroom. So, what do you want to study? Pick a program. We've got over 150 of them. Some are transfer programs that prepare you to transition to a 4-year school after you graduate. We also have regionally and nationally recognized programs that immediately make you career ready. Visit us at ws.edu or give us a call to get started today. Write your story at Walters State.
With producer Eric Roush, I'm Jay Harper. Welcome on in. Game Time Sports Network. We're headed to the bottom of the first inning, just getting started with the first game of the day. Roane State, the Lady Raiders, serving as the home team. They actually flip a coin to determine home and visitor. And Roane State taking the home team position as they now step up to the plate with Kyla Swafford, the center fielder, leading things off for the Lady Raiders. In the circle once again for Cleveland State, it is Giselle Tankersley. This her 5th start of the year and her 24th appearance on the season. Giselle, a 2-6 record, 79 and third innings of work on the year. A fired pitch, that is a fastball and a strike to go 2-1. Kyla, a .330 batting average. She looks at another strike from Tankersley. Due up next, it's Emily Hawks, the catcher, then Zoe Cranford, the DP, the designated player, batting third in the order. We go full 3-2. Lifted out to left, but it is foul. Swung on and fouled back out of play once again. The count remaining full at 3-2. As mentioned, we've got 4 games to get to today. The next game scheduled to begin at 12:30. It will pit the Lady Salukis of Southwest Tennessee up against Jackson State. The strikeout as Swafford is rung up. One away.
Now batting the catcher, number 27, Emily Hawks.
And after the 12:30 game, we'll have another at 3 p.m. Volunteer State, Dyersburg State. And the nightcap ought to be a doozy. Chattanooga State, Walters State at 5:30. So that will wrap up our 4 games for today.
Did the president has to, or the governor has to announce that. So I would ask Katie. That's what I was wondering.
There's a strike. An 0-2 count. Emily Hawks, the catcher, the batter. And fouling it off to remain at 0-2. Emily, a .380 batting average, 9 home runs on the year. Lifted out to center field. Pemberton drawing a bead on it, but can't make the catch as it glances off of her glove. Hawks drifts into second base. They are flagging Pemberton with an error there. So Hawks reaches. She gets to second base as Pemberton just could not make the play. The next batter, Zoe Cranford. First pitch strike from Tankersley. Runner on second, 1 out. As Roane State here in the bottom of the first, threatening with a runner in scoring position. Foul down the right field line. A quick 0-2 count on the designated player, Zoe Cranford. The pitch is high to go 1-2. After Zoe, it'll be the cleanup hitter, the third baseman, Paisley Campbell. Off the hands, but that's going to fall out into right field. Being waved home is the runner. Emily Hawks comes around to score to make it 1-0 on the bloop single from Zoe Cranford.
Now batting the third baseman, number 35, Paisley Campbell.
Paisley Campbell steps in now with her 18 home runs on the year. She hit one yesterday. Paisley, the third baseman, looks at a first pitch strike from Giselle Tankersley, who is firing strikes. She kind of got bit. I'm sure Pemberton feels bad about the fact that she couldn't make the catch out in center field. That has certainly contributed to this one-run lead early in the bottom of the first. Kalia Lucas, the first baseman, waits on deck. Well hit. That finds the grass. It's a clean single. 2 runners on now after Campbell singles to center.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Kalia Lucas.
Kalia Lucas now the batter. Kalia, .328 batting average, and she a home run threat. Second on the team in homers with 11. Two runners on. And just 1 out as Roane State has struck first. The count going 2-0. Happy to have our center field camera back up here in this game. We had to take it down yesterday due to that shower that rolled in. But we look to not have any weather interruptions, knock on wood, for this one. Hit over to Watson at first. She makes the play, stepping on the bag. The runners do advance, so 2 runners now in scoring position. But a hot shot by Lucas, the ground out to first. That the second out. It's Delaney Schrader, the second baseman, up at the plate. First pitch a bit on the high side. Just missing the mark a little bit. Delaney is a sophomore. Playing second base, she will play third at times. 282 average, 5 homers. Tankersley going 3-0. She's a ball away from loading things up with 2 outs. Finding the plate there to go 3-1. If Delaney can get aboard, the shortstop, Aaliyah Hensley, the next batter. The 3-1 coming now from Tankersley, and it is bases loaded after the base on balls.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Aaliyah Hensley.
Tankersley and the Cleveland State defense getting themselves in a bit of a pickle here with 2 outs, bases loaded. It's a first pitch strike to the shortstop, Aaliyah Hensley. Hensley coming in with a nice .314 batting average. No homers on the year, but she does have 10 RBI. Oh, and a beautiful catch from the shortstop to save a run and perhaps more. Heidi Johnson leaving her feet to make the catch for the 3rd out.
For the Raiders in the bottom of the first inning, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. We played 1. Raiders lead it 1-0.
Jay Harper along with producer Eric Roush. Again, this is the Game Time Sports Network. We are here for 4 games today, and we've got another coming up at 12:30, then another one at 3, then the final game at 5:30. As mentioned, the weather forecast looks perfect today. Nice and cool, a little breezy.
No Chick-fil-A.
We invite you to follow along on a variety of different platforms. GameTimeSportsNetwork.com, of course, where you can find things. Also, our social media platforms. And yes, we will have our keyword of the game coming up. What is that about, you ask? Well, we are announcing a keyword of the game. If you email that keyword to info@GameTimeSportsNetwork.com, you'll be eligible to win a very nice video camera along with some Game Time Sports Network swag, a nice insulated cup, some shirts, and other stuff. So be listening for that. And no, you won't get spammed with an email every couple of days because of the fact that we'll have your email address. You know, we get enough of that garbage ourselves. We don't want to add to it. So anyway, be waiting for that keyword coming up. Jayla Young, the batter, the 3rd baseman for Cleveland State. She leads things off in the top of the inning. Ella Blansett, the catcher, and Savannah Bennett, the left fielder, due up this inning. Emma McTavish missing high. She goes 2-0. Emma been getting a workout in this tournament. She pitched yesterday. Back out there today. Marty McDaniel dancing with the one that brung him as Emma McTavish named the TCCAA Pitcher of the Year. And she, in large part, responsible for much of the success of the Lady Raiders this season. Dropping a bunt is Young, and she manages to get down to first before the play can be made. I think Jayla kind of surprised everybody as the infield was playing back.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Ella Blansett.
So a runner on first as Jayla Young leads the inning up. Hey, a single's a single, right? Ella Blansett, the catcher. She now the batter. I do get a kick out of the chants and cheers. Of course, baseball, they're a little too cool for that. Missing inside. The count goes 2-0. Ella from Ringgold, Georgia. She and Emily Holcomb of the Lady Cougars, both from Ringgold, both went to Heritage High. That's popped up. And the third baseman collects it. That's Paisley Campbell for the out. One away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 88, Savannah Bennett.
Savannah Bennett, she will step in with one out and a runner on. Playing left field to start the game. The pitch is high. Young taken off down to second, and she is gunned down. Didn't even slide. She knew she was a dead duck. That will be the second out with Bennett at the plate. The umpires having a confab here to perhaps clarify something. So the third base umpire giving the home plate umpire something to think about, I suppose. Now the first base umpire comes over to see what's going on. Again, we've got 4 games today. This obviously game 1. Game 2 coming up, scheduled to be at 12:30 today. That will have Southwest Tennessee and Jackson State going at it. The Lady Salukis and the Lady Green Jays. Again, that's scheduled for 12:30 today. And we'll have it here on the Game Time Sports Network. Swung on and popped up, and that finds the infield dirt. A little bloop from Bennett is a single.
Now batting the first baseman, number 12, Sloan Watson.
Sloan Watson now the batter, the first baseman for Cleveland State. Sloan is a hometown girl. She is from Cleveland, Tennessee. First pitch strike from the arm of Emma McTavish. The 0-1 coming with 2 outs. Make that 0-2 now. Destiny Jensen, who's hit a monstrous home run in this tournament, she waits on deck. Missing just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That will end the inning as Watson is retired via the strikeout. That's the 3rd strikeout already for Emma McTavish. We'll step aside briefly. I'm Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network.
Walters State. Our story is focused on student success. We're dedicated to creating an environment where our students can thrive, both in and outside of the classroom. So, what do you want to study? Pick a program. We've got over 150 of them. Some are transfer programs that prepare you to transition to a 4-year school after you graduate. We also have regionally and nationally recognized programs that immediately make you career ready. Visit us at ws.edu or give us a call to get started today. Write your story at Walters State.
In 1967, West Tennessee's first community college opened its doors. In the decades since, graduates have made a name for themselves as healthcare professionals, community leaders, business owners, veterans, educators, and so much more. With 3 generations of Jackson State graduates leading the way, the future has never looked brighter for West Tennessee. We are your community college. We are Jackson State.
With producer Eric Roush, I'm Jay Harper. We're happy to have you along. This is game 1 of day 3. The Game Time Sports Network happy to be here at the TCCAA softball tournament to determine a tourney champ that will move on, headed toward the possibility of a national championship. We'll get the baseball portion of the tournament underway on May 5th. Hopefully the weather doesn't derail the scheduling. Also, softball will wrap up on May 5th. So, boy, May 5th. Cinco de Mayo is going to be a big day here on the campus of Columbia State.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Raiders, the left fielder number 20, Lizzie Lowe.
Lizzie Lowe, followed by Mara Yo. Yeah, they the first 2 batters this inning for Roane State. As Tankersley, gosh, he wanted that. Man, that looked good. Two and out. 2-1. It looked like the same pitch. I guess he decided that one looked a little better, I suppose. Missing Lowe now. 3-1 on Lizzie Lowe. Lizzie hitting .362 this year. She finds herself drawing the walk. That starts the inning off.
Now by the right fielder number 8, Mara Yo.
We go from Lizzie Lowe to Mara Yo. Mara, the right fielder. Lowe draws the second walk for Roane State. It's a first pitch strike from Giselle Tankersley. Mara Yo with the foul ball to over to the left side where Jayla Young tried to chase it down but couldn't get there. Runner on with nobody out. Down on strikes goes Mara Yo. The second strikeout here in the early going for Tankersley. We're back to the top of the order with the center fielder, Kyla Swafford. Kyla, a strikeout victim earlier. And charging Sloan Watson with a beautiful play to make the catch on the bunt attempt and then doubling off the runner. It's a double play. Good heads up defense from Sloan Watson and company for Cleveland State to get out of the inning. So a very quick inning there. Jay Harper along with producer Eric Roush. Man, what a beautiful day here. Nice and cool. And we are expecting the daytime temperature to top out at about 70 degrees here today. As mentioned, this is the first of 4 games. And we have the next game will feature Keith Gentry and his Lady Salukis up against Beth Barcroft and the Lady Green Jays from Jackson State. 2 really good folks and fine coaches. Again, we'll have that game for you. 12:30 Central Time. We are in what is called the elimination bracket, the first 2 games. Then we get back up to the other bracket. And boy, we've got some gangbuster games expected here later today. Volunteer State, the number 1 seed, up against Dyersburg State, the number 4 seed. That'll be at 3. And then the number 2 seed, Chat State, up against the 3 seed Walter State. So, man, we've got some showdowns coming up. A big swing and a miss from Destiny Jensen, the first batter for the Lady Cougars. Milan Pemberton due up next. It's an 0-2 count quickly on Jensen. A 1-2 count. I will say, in terms of the cheering competition between the 2 teams today, I believe Cleveland State's in the lead there. They are a rambunctious, loud bunch over there. One ball, 2 strikes. Now the windup, the delivery, the pitch. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Jensen. The 4th strikeout for Emma McTavish.
Now batting the center fielder, number 22, Milan Pemberton.
Milan Pemberton, the center fielder. She, the number 9 hitter in the order. And the shortstop, Heidi Johnson, waits on deck. First pitch strike. That's lifted out to right field. The right fielder running back and running a long way was Mara Yo to make the catch.
Back to the top of the order for
Pemberton did hit it pretty well. And Yo was playing rather shallow, but she did manage to track it down to make the catch. The top of the order back up. That would be Heidi Johnson. A strikeout victim, her first time. Coming up here shortly, we'll have our keyword of the game. 2 outs, a 1-1 count. Nobody on base. We've got a tight one thus far with Roane State up by 1. Johnson swinging under it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Giselle Tankersley, she's hoping she can get up to the plate here this inning. She waits on deck. That fouled right on top of us. The count staying at 1-2. Oh, that off speed, the changeup. Absolutely fooled Heidi Johnson. She actually smiled after seeing that pitch, kind of an admiring smile as she goes down on strikes, on the strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts now for Emma McTavish. Again, I'm Jay Harper. This is the Game Time Sports Network. Man, we're glad you've elected to give us part of your day. I've got a keyword of the game I want to pass along. Again, if you're not familiar, we are issuing a keyword every game, and if you will email that keyword to info@GameTimeSportsNetwork.com, you could get a nice video camera shipped to you, along with some Game Time Sports Network stuff. Today, again, we'll have 4 keywords each game. 4 keywords for 4 games, all right? Oh, pardon me. Didn't mean to sneeze in your ear. Boy, it's, those things just come at you out of nowhere. But anyway, let me get to the keyword. Ballpark. Ballpark. That's our keyword for this game. Go ahead and email that word, ballpark, to info@GameTimeSportsNetwork.com. And we'll randomly pick out somebody to get that nice video camera worth close to $200. It's a brand new camera, so it's not some worn out piece of stuff that we're just trying to get rid of. So we invite you to do that, and no, we won't spam your email. But we appreciate everybody taking the time to check in. Ballpark, the keyword of the game for this game. Swinging at the first pitch is the first batter this inning, Emily Hawks. Emily reached on an error earlier and ended up scoring that lone run you see on the scoreboard. There's a delayed strike call. 0-2. Zoe Cranford, she waits on deck. High for a ball to go 1-2. The count even at 2-2. Hit well. Out to left field. That gets between Young and Johnson at third and short. As Bennett collects it. So it's a single.
Nobody in the designated player number.
And now Zoe Cranford steps in. Zoe has the home run power. One of the games I covered when Roane State played Cleveland State this year, she hit 2 home runs. And guess what? She has just deposited one now out in center field. It's a 2-run blast for Zoe Cranford, almost right on cue. That makes it a 3-0 ball game. Again, I saw her hit 2 home runs in a Cleveland State game, and she just delivers one now over the center field fence. Haley Carroll, the head coach. She walks out to the circle to have a chat with the troops. I'm guessing just to perhaps calm her pitcher down and calm everybody down. Still nobody out with a 3-0 score as Roane State has jumped out in front. We're in the bottom of the third. Things don't get any easier with this young woman at the plate. She's got 18 home runs to lead the team. That would be the third baseman, Paisley Campbell. She swings. That's going to stay in the ballpark. It's popped up over to Johnson at short to collect out number 1. We'll now get to the first baseman for the Lady Raiders. That would be Kalia Lucas. Well, I guess some of them are you could call the Lady Rakers because they are raking. Certainly Cranford. She just raked. Tankersley delivers, and it's a cut from Lucas, the first baseman, just under it a bit. Again, a reminder, our keyword this game, ballpark. Oh, is that 2 words? I don't think so. So maybe it's keywords of the day. That pitch up and away in the zone. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Lifted out to center field. That one's traveling, but there is Pemberton to haul it in. Milan had to travel a bit, but she gets there to make the catch.
Number 2, Delaney Schrader.
2 away now. That brings the second baseman, Delaney Schrader, to the plate. The windup and the pitch from Tankersley is swung on. Watson chases it, but it is out of play, the foul ball. Delaney Schrader walked her last time up. She fouls off another one. I see our loyal viewer, Maggie Franzen, has sent in her keyword of the day once again. Back out to center field. Pemberton jumps up and robs Schrader of a home run that would have made it 4-0. Pemberton, who had an error in the first inning that ultimately resulted in a run, she pays it back by saving a run there with a fine catch, jumping up and taking a homer away from Schrader. So the fly out to center field is the third out. We'll step aside briefly. Again, with producer Eric Roush, I'm Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network.
As a first-generation college student, estaba un poco nerviosa. I knew I would need extra support, but I didn't know where to find it. At Roane State, I have a success coach to help me with every step along the way. Para más información, visita la página roanestate.edu.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
The Lady Cougars send up Giselle Tankersley to the plate, and she wings through the first pitch. 0-1 on the Lady Cougar pitcher. She leans into that one, and the left fielder, Lizzie Lowe, had to go down low to retrieve that for the out. Miley Howard is the second baseman, and she now the batter for Cleveland State. It's a ball from Emma McTavish. The 1-0 coming. She fires that fastball in there for a strike. Here comes the 1-1. Ooh, just outside. Swung on, but that is fouled out of play. The count even at 2-2 on the Lady Cougar second baseman, Miley Howard. Here comes the payoff pitch with the full count. One out. It's another strikeout. The sixth strikeout for Emma McTavish. Jayla Young, the batter.
The third baseman, number 2, Jayla Young.
Jayla, she got on base with a bunt her last time up. Kind of surprised everybody as the infield was playing back. 2 balls, no strikes to the third baseman for the Lady Cougars, Jayla Young. 2 outs, nobody on base. Nice pitch right there. 2-1. McTavish grabs her a little bit of dirt. Leans in, looks at that wristband. Now she's ready to go. As she delivers, and it's fouled straight back. Keep in mind, we'll have Game 2 with Jackson State and Southwest Tennessee coming up at 12:30 Central Time. That another of the elimination bracket games. Ooh, taking something off of that. Jayla, she adjusted, but still just kind of fouled it. Fouled it very lightly, and she just barely got the bat on it. The count even. 2-2, 2 outs. The delivery. Down on strikes to retire the sides. Emma McTavish showing why she was named the TCCAA Pitcher of the Year. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll return.
Walters State, our story is focused on student success. We're dedicated to creating an environment where our students can thrive, both in and outside of the classroom. So, what do you want to study? Pick a program. We've got over 150 of them. Some are transfer programs that prepare you to transition to a 4-year school after you graduate. We also have regionally and nationally recognized programs that immediately make you career ready. Visit us at ws.edu or give us a call to get started today. Write your story at Walters State.
Jay Harper along with producer Eric Roush. What a beautiful day here in Columbia, Tennessee. Eddie Campbell Field is where we are located. Thanks once again to everybody with the TCCAA. Mike Campbell, as well as athletic director Katie Willingham here at Columbia State. She is just incredible to work with and a lot of fun to work with. She takes care of business, but she's just got an attitude about her that really makes dealing with her enjoyable. The tournament has run like clockwork thus far. Let's get the bottom of the inning going, shall we? We'll do it with the shortstop, Aaliyah Hensley. She, the batter, who looks at a first pitch strike from Giselle Tankersley. Tankersley getting squeezed there. That looked like a good pitch. Dropping the bunt. Tankersley fields it, flips it over to Watson. 1 out.
Nobody to left fielder number 20, Lizzie Lowe.
We're back to Lizzie Lowe, the left fielder. Lizzie with an impressive .362 batting average. She has 2 triples on the year. The 1-1 coming. 1-2. Mara Yo is on deck. Miley Howard takes the grounder and makes the play for the second out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Mara Yo.
The right fielder, Mara Yo, now the batter. First pitch swinging, fouling it away to go 0-1. A running swing. Heidi Johnson scoops it, but can't get the throw over there in time. Heidi doing all she could at short, but it's an infield single. As Yo showing her speed and beating out the throw. Kyla Swafford now the batter. Kyla, the center fielder. 5 triples on the year for Swafford. A 1-0 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. It's a strike. The runner safe at second. That is Yo, who steals the bag to get into scoring position with 2 outs. Swafford steps back into the box with a 2-1 count. The 2-1 coming with 2 outs. 2-2. A full count as the payoff pitch coming from Giselle Tankersley to the leadoff batter for the Lady Raiders, Swafford. That puts Kyla on base, so 2 runners on with 2 outs, and that brings up the next batter, Emily Hawks.
Now batting the second baseman, the catcher, number 27, Emily Hawks.
Emily reached on an error, and she has also singled. First pitch swinging to go 0-1. Outside. That evens the count at 1-1. Floating it in there, and I guess a bit high. As Tankersley looks a bit frustrated with that call. The 2-1 with 2 on and 2 out. We go 2-2 now. We are full up, 3-2. 3-2, 2 on, 2 out, as Tankersley delivers the payoff. And she loses her. That loads the bases with 2 down. Hawks reaches on the base on balls.
Now batting the designated player number 18, Zoe Cranford.
The third walk of the game for Tankersley. Now Emma Blancett. She wants to form a game plan with Tankersley with this young lady coming up to the plate who hit a massive 2-run homer her last time. That would be Zoe Cranford. Last thing you want to give up here is a 2-out grand slam. Zoe stepping in. And as opposed to a lot of players, she crowds the plate. Many of the softball players, they will be as far back in that box as they can get. Not Zoe. She's right in the middle of the box and up on the plate. And she is a very tall young woman, and she has great plate coverage. She swings at that, pops it up. Who's calling for it? Miley Howard. And that will retire the side. So the Lady Cougars get out of that. They had a potential pickle there, but they managed to elude what could have been a huge inning for Roane State. We'll break for just a bit. We'll come back. Stay with us. This is the Game Time Sports Network.
In 1967, West Tennessee's first community college opened its doors. In the decades since, graduates have made a name for themselves as healthcare professionals, community leaders, business owners, veterans, educators, and so much more. With 3 generations of Jackson State graduates leading the way, the future has never looked brighter for West Tennessee. We are your community college. We are Jackson State.
Along with producer Eric Roush, who is doing a fine job, I'm Jay Harper, Game Time Sports Network. Those of you watching the stream, of course, you got to be watching the stream or you wouldn't be hearing me say this, but in any event, there is one of our camera shots. Perhaps you have noticed that the American flag in dead center field is in half staff, and that is in honor of firefighters who have been lost in the line of duty. It's a weekend of remembrance for our brave firefighters. So to honor them, the flag here at half staff. Ella Blancett is the catcher. And she steps up to the plate for the Lady Cougars, who find themselves down 3-0. First pitch strike from Emma McTavish. Emma allowing just 1 hit thus far. That is another hit. Blancett puts it out to left field for a single.
Number 88, Savannah Bennett.
Bennett singled her last time. Yeah, that would be the third hit, as that bunt that Jayla Young reached on, that was ruled a hit. So there are 3 hits now for the Lady Cougars as opposed to 2. Savannah Bennett, the left fielder, looks at a pitch that's high. It's a 1-2 count on the Lady Cougar left fielder, Savannah Bennett. Down on strikes. At the 8th strikeout for McTavish. Sloan Watson, the batter, the first baseman. She a victim of one of those strikeouts. Popping up the bunt, and the catch is made by Hawks behind the plate. I think they had the right idea, but just couldn't execute it. So Blancett, she stays planted at first base. Does not advance, of course. Destiny Jensen, the batter, the designated player, with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss. Milan Pemberton, the center fielder, is on deck. Two big quick cuts and 2 big quick strikes. 2 outs, runner on first. The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 2-2 count with 2 outs. Just staying alive as Destiny got the tip of the bat on it. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 12:30. Against the loser of our nightcap today. They'll play the loser of the Chattanooga State-Walter State game that happens at 5:30 today. So it is still possible to win here today and make your way back to championship play. As Jensen goes down on strikes, it's another K for Emma McTavish. And that's Destiny's second strikeout of the day. We'll step aside for a little bit and collect ourselves. This is the Game Time Sports Network.
As a first-generation college student, estaba un poco nerviosa. I knew I would need extra support, but I didn't know where to find it. At Roane State, I have a success coach to help me with every step along the way. Para más información, visita la página roanestate.edu.
Harper, Game Time Sports Network. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. I will attempt to go down when the game concludes, to go down and have a quick chat with the winning head coach. We've been able to do that a couple of times. There are times when it just has not been feasible, but we will try to do that just to get the winning coach's thoughts when this one concludes. I mean, I'll admit we rarely come up with any earth-shattering news when we do that, but I just like to go down and congratulate the coaches and acknowledge their hard work and let them acknowledge the hard work of their players. So we'll endeavor to do that depending on how things work out at the end of this one. Paisley Campbell's the batter. She is singled and popped up as she looks at an outside pitch from Giselle Tankersley. Foul ball. Two balls, one strike. After Paisley, we'll see the first baseman, Kalia Lucas. The windup on the 2-2. It is high. We go full. The Lady Raiders have scratched out 3 runs. Looking for more here in the bottom of the 5th. Campbell works the walk. The 5th walk. The 5th walk given up by Tankersley. Kalia Lucas, the first baseman. She steps in from the left-handed side. Swings at a pitch up in her eyes. Can't catch up to it. Those pitches look so good because, boy, you can see them so well. But, man, it's hard to catch up to them. Up there high in the zone like that. That's lifted out to shortstop where Miley Howard catches the pop-up. Delaney Schrader's the batter, the second baseman. Campbell still at first after being walked. Foul tip for a strike. That's hit out toward right field. Layla Perry comes in to make the catch in foul territory. That's the second out. Aaliyah Hensley will now try to keep the inning going for the Lady Raiders with 2 outs. She steps into the box from the left-handed side. Hensley, the Roane State shortstop. Tankersley finding the plate with the strike. Lizzie Lowe, the left fielder, she's on deck. Slapped over to the left side of the infield. Jayla Young tried to grab it. I think it kind of skidded off her glove. She's doing the my bad thing to her shortstop, Heidi Johnson. I think Jayla actually altered the direction of the ball, and thus it eluded Heidi Johnson, who had drawn a bead on it at shortstop. So just one of them there things. That puts 2 runners on with 2 outs. Marty McDaniel having a chat with the home plate umpire. I think we've got a pinch runner, and that is the case. As number 13 comes in to pinch run for Paisley Campbell, that's Brianna Smith.
For the Raiders, number 13, Bree Smith.
Lizzie Lowe, the batter. Lizzie's the left fielder. The 1-0 pitch. 2-0. The Lady Raiders threatening a bit here with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Tankersley shaking her head like, gosh, come on, Blue. Got me a break here. That pitch did look good. 4-pitch walk. That loads them up. That's the second walk that Lowe's drawn. That'll bring up Mara Yo.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Mara Yo.
Coach McDaniel having another chat with the home plate umpire. We're going to pinch hit. So Mara Yo is being pinch hit for. Number 42, that would be Kaylin Shepard. She is a freshman.
Pinch hitting for the Raiders, number 42, Kaylin Shepard.
This only the 17th at-bat of the season for Kaylin. So she's been asked to deliver in a big spot here in this tournament. Blancett making sure that the pinch runner stays put over at third. 2 balls, no strikes. On Kaylin Shepard, the pinch hitter for Mara Yo. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tankersley looking to bear down here. That fouled out of play to make it 2-2. The Lady Cougars have been in this spot before in this game. Bases loaded with 2 outs and managed to get out of it without allowing a run to score, hoping for the same here. Ooh. Just a bit inside. A pivotal moment in this game. 3-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. And we'll do it again on the foul tip. Bree Smith, the pinch runner at third. Uh-oh. That gets past Perry. She can't handle it. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, 3 runs. The bases are cleared by the pinch hitter. Kaylin Shepard comes through in a big way to clear the bases. A pinch hit double. That breaks this game open at 6-0. A 2-out double to clear the bases, and Kaylin is just beside herself at second. Again, as we mentioned, she hasn't really had that many opportunities this season. That just her 17th at bat of the year. And she comes through in big fashion. Mara Yo, she comes back out on the field to pinch run. Here's Kyla Swafford. Kaylin Shepard, she pinch hit for Mara Yo. Comes up with the big clutch double. And now Mara Yo comes back in to run for Shepard. So she is at second base. A 1-1 on Swafford. Now makes it 1-2 on the foul. Swafford pops it up. Miley Howard calling for it and makes the catch. But boy, what an inning for the Lady Raiders as they put 3 across off of the pinch hit double from Caitlin Shepard. Let's take a break to catch our breath. We'll step aside. This is the Game Time Sports Network.
I chose Columbia State because it was very convenient, it's close to home.
I get a real sense of community, a sense of family.
I absolutely fell in love with the campus and the faculty and the programs and everything like that, and it was so awesome for me.
Explore your opportunities.
We rejoin you from the campus of Columbia State on a beautiful day here in Columbia, Tennessee. I'm Jay Harper. Eddie Campbell Field is our home for the next few days as this softball tournament progresses. We've got another elimination bracket game following this one. 12:30 p.m. Central Time is when that is scheduled. Southwest Tennessee, led by Coach Keith Gentry, they will face the Lady Green Jays, led by Beth Barcroft. Jackson State Lady Green Jays. They've been here a while, warming up and stuff, and the Lady Green Jays are wearing blue jerseys. So, it kind of threw me off. I'm looking at, I'm seeing the kids in the batting cage. I'm like, who the heck's wearing the blue jersey? I mean, well, it's the Green Jays are wearing blue today.
Now batting for the Cougars, the center fielder number 22, Milan Pemberton.
Milan Pemberton is the batter, the center fielder. Pemberton looks at a ball from Emma McTavish. There's a strike. One ball, one strike on the Lady Cougars center fielder. Milan Pemberton, she the number 9 hitter. Uh-oh, I'm smelling popcorn. That back up the middle, and it's hauled in. Boy, about knee-high, one of those line drives that you don't know which way to turn your glove, but it was turned the correct way to make the catch by Kyla Swafford. So Pemberton,
number 9, Heidi Johnson.
She gave it a good lick, but nothing to show for it. Heidi Johnson, she's got a couple of strikeouts today. That was the case yesterday. She had 2 strikeouts, was kind of having a rough day at the plate, and then lo and behold, knocked a home run. I had said this earlier in the game. I walked past Heidi this morning before the game started. Said, hey, if it's not home run Heidi. And she giggled. An 0-1 pitch with 1 out. The pitch high. Heidi, the leadoff batter for Coach Haley Carroll in Cleveland State. She'll be followed by the pitcher, Giselle Tankersley. The look into the Roane State dugout by McTavish. A look to the wristband. Here we go. It's a strike. Well, you know, she looked at that wristband and it said, throw a strike. Oh, okay, let me do that. A 2-2 count with 1 out. Down on strikes. Boy, the 3rd strikeout for Heidi. Tankersley, she steps in now. Giselle, she's been doing a nice job in the pitcher's circle. Yeah, she got touched up a little bit here. But for the most part, she has nothing to hang her head about. She steps up to the plate. She looks at a strike. Giselle with 2 home runs in the first game of this tournament. She lifted 2 over the right field fence and darn near went opposite field home run. And hit the fence about 2 feet below the top. Emma McTavish, the pitcher, admittedly, she's a little different animal when it comes to facing her. A 0-2 count. The 0-2 with 2 down. Slapped over to shortstop where Hensley makes the play, giving it to Lucas, throwing the strike. The ground out for Tankersley to shortstop.
Top of the 6th inning, no runs, hits, errors, or anybody left on base.
That's going to take us to the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Jay Harper, Eric Roush doing the producing here today on this beautiful day at Eddie Campbell Field. We're expected to top out around 70 degrees. Let's see what it is now. 61 degrees, nice and sunny. A slight breeze, winds up to about 6 miles an hour. Our rain chances, though, do creep into the picture next week. 60% on Tuesday, 95% on Wednesday. Uh-oh. And Thursday, 75% chance. Boy, that's the stuff you don't want to see when you're trying to get a tournament in. But what are you going to do? Until they build a dome stadium for junior college softball and baseball, you're going to have to deal with the weather. Sierra Howard appears to be warming up in the circle to take Giselle Tankersley's spot. I'll get to Sierra's stats here in a little bit. Sierra, she's a lot of fun. I talked about this in a previous game. Staying in the same hotel as a lot of the folks that are associated with the tournament. And actually, Cleveland State, they are staying at this same hotel. Ran into the team at breakfast the other morning, and I talked to Haley Carroll, said, hey, get ready. I'm going to be trying to do some on-field interviews with coaches. And she's like, oh, God, no. And then Sierra pipes up, talk to me. Interview me. She was not going to back down from that. And it's so funny how so many of the coaches in particular, not the players so much, but the coaches are so, camera and microphone shy. Oh, God, I stink at this. But boy, not the social media generation where they're always on camera, making videos and not shy about speaking on camera. So Sierra, again, the pitcher, replacing Giselle Tankersley. A 1-1 count on Hawks, and now Emily, she fires a hot shot ground ball out to center field.
Number 27, Emily Hawks. Now batting the designated player, number 18, Zoe Cranford.
Zoe Cranford, she was retired the last time she was up, but boy, she hit a big 2-run homer in the time before that. She now the batter. Nobody out with a runner on. Sierra Howard delivers the pitch, and it is outside. This is Sierra's 25th appearance in the circle. That lifted out to right field. Layla Perry tracking it down. Oh, came so close to catching that foul ball, but it just was about 6 inches away from her glove. Sierra, 6.30 ERA, 3-6 record. As mentioned, this is her 25th appearance on the year. 86 2/3 innings of work. She does have a shutout on the season and a couple of complete games. Oh, just over the outstretched arm of Jayla Young. A single is a single. 2 runners on, but nobody out as the Lady Raiders got something cooking once again. That wouldn't hit very hard, but hey.
Paisley Campbell.
Still shows up as a single in the box score. Paisley Campbell, the team leader in homers with 18. The cleanup hitter, she now at the plate. So we're going to have a pinch runner, I believe, for Cranford. So Zoe, with a big smile, jogs back to the dugout. The pinch runner is number 33 for Cranford, and that's either Celia or Sila Hicks, Sylia. Rather different spelling. We'll just say Miss Hicks is at first base running for Cranford. So 2 on with nobody out for Campbell. Missing outside, Sierra Howard. Understandably trying to be careful with Campbell. If 2 runs score in this inning, this game will be over. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's a strike from Howard. Full count. Well, check that. It's a 3-1 count. Campbell makes it 3-2. On the swing and miss. Boy, you got to be careful here. You want to throw a strike, but then again, this young woman with her 18 home runs, that's risky. And she loads the bases up for the next batter, who's no easy out either. That would be Kalia Lucas.
Now batting the first baseman, number 10, Kalia Lucas.
So a clean base hit. could end this game is you've got two runners in scoring position that would make it 8-0, and that would be a run rule victory for Roane State. As I mentioned earlier, depending on the scenario, I would attempt to have an on-field interview after the game. But if this game ends abruptly here, that may not be possible, but we'll just see how it plays out. Perry rushing in, makes the catch, tagging up and scoring. One out, but it is 7-0. So Hicks, the pinch runner, still in scoring position over at second base with just one out.
Second baseman number 2, Delaney Schrader.
That's going to bring up Delaney Schrader now after Lucas hits the sac fly to score the run. Fouled back. A 1-1 count with one out. The winning run, potentially, at second base. Sloan Watson snares it off her shoe tops for the second out. Tried to tag out the runner at Betts Campbell at first, but couldn't get to her.
Number 12, Aaliyah Hensley.
Aaliyah Hensley is the shortstop. She's the batter. Roane State potentially a base hit away from claiming the victory. That goes over to Heidi Johnson. Heidi flips it to first, can't make the play, and the run does cross. That is your ball game. So, unfortunately, Heidi Johnson was able to make the play, but Watson at first just could not collect the throw. What a heartbreaking way for it to end for the Lady Cougars. But that is your final. It's an 8-0 ball game to end things, and again, Roane State, since they have now won this game, they will indeed move on in the tournament. What they will end up doing is they will play the winner of the, the loser of the last game that we played today. So they'll either be playing Chattanooga State or Walter State tomorrow at 12:30. So there you have it. But what a way for things to go down. Our next game is scheduled for 12:30, but we may be joining you a little earlier than that. So we just advise you to keep checking back on the website, keep checking back on our social media, and when the next game starts, we'll be here. For producer Eric Roush, I'm Jay Harper. We will rejoin